All right, right. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cindy, and I'm in charge of technical support at Suprema. Today, I am going to talk about BioConnect software. BioConnect is a software where one of our partner in USA have developed using our biostar SDK, and now Suprema we're also selling the BioConnect software for the people who want to use the software outside the US. In this session, I will first explain what is BioConnect, and then I'll go through what are the installation process and what are the advanced features that BioConnect present to you. When I scheduled my webinar, I was going to do a small demonstration between Paxton software and BioConnect, but I have failed to install the Paxton software on my personal laptop here today, so I'll have to skip that part. But I do have a video recorded version which I took a long time ago, so I'll use the video instead of showing you the demonstration. Alright, so what is BioConnect? It is an intuitive application for security professionals at all levels, and it's a simple and scalable platform to provide biometric authentication across the leading access control systems. Then, why did we create it? We create it? First, it's to address the business challenges associated with biometric identity management. There are in some cases where everyone is used to using the cards in the old way, and there are some organizations where the end user would come into the workplace and want to use their fingerprint instead of the card. You can basically do this and still keep the database with your old card credentials. In BioConnect, you need to use token or badge or card number that needs to be associated with BioConnect in order to activate the user and send the card number through the weekend. But I'll explain this part in more detail later. Second, we developed it because it's to overcome the obstacles to mainstream adoption of biometrics. Not every company, not everyone are used to the biometrics, yes, but they do like biometrics, they do like the fingerprints, and they do trigger interest, and also the software must be easy to use and manage, and moving forward to the setup and installing. BioConnect is the answer for this. Third, to create a platform through the biometric technologies can be implemented and managed. As you are familiar, if you're using the biostar, you need to manage two separate databases, biostar database and access control software database as well. BioConnect makes this a lot easier, which I'll show you from my next screen. Here are the list of integrations that BioConnect supports, and the lists were a lot smaller a year ago, maybe in the year 2013. The list was smaller, but now it is growing and growing, and you can see that some of the popular access control integrations that are compatible with BioConnect, most of them are very leading access control system manufacturers such as like Genetec, Avigilon, Honeywell, Axis, Paxton, Gallagher, and etc. Lunel, of course. And there are a lot of many different. There are more lists than what's showing up here, which I will send it to you later after the webinar. And BioConnect uses an advanced plugin architecture to connect directly into access control software. This will provide a seamless synchronization of all data such as new cardholder changes or deletions. So this is just a screenshot of what BioConnect supports. These are the different manufacturers and what are the software and what are the versions that were tested from BioConnect side and what is the current version that we support. On your right, you see the additional requirements. So these requirements are must in order to use the BioConnect. For example, if you want to use the Genetec, the security center, the latest version is 5.5. You can still use that, but it requires you need to purchase the SDK separately, which is the version 5.3. So you need to carefully first check what are the requirements and what are the versions that we support, and then you can offer it to the customers. Right, and here is how BioConnect works. All the biometric readers connect directly to the BioConnect software over TCP/IP for quick access to the dynamic user and template database. So devices are connected directly to BioConnect. Communication with the control panel is a standard weekend card number using the card format. Within the access control software side, the reader is configured as a standard weekend interface reader. This whole architecture here is a simple, it's a flexible, it's a scalable biometric solutions that will allow you to use a variety of biometric types and readers within a single system. And from the slide, I would like to show you what exactly is the main difference between biometric weekend interface and BioConnect architecture. So biometric weekend interface, we're talking about biostar. We're talking about you having two separate software, access control software, biostar. That's the biometric weekend interface. Here you have you have two different software, access control software and BioConnect. And what is the exact difference? I'm not sure if you can see clear here, but as you can see, there is no communication with the access control software talking back and forth when you use the standard biostar. Therefore, the end users must manage users on biostar and also users on the access control software side. So by adding Cindy on the access control software, I will also add Cindy on the biostar as with the same card number and the fingerprint. And when I put a finger down on any of the devices that's connected, it will send the weekend card number through the weekend to the access control panel, and then it will send the information to the software to allow access or deny the access. So you have to add same user twice on different software. What happens with BioConnect and how easy it is you can see it says user synchronization. There is a communication between the access control software and BioConnect. If someone wants to come and say install Paxton Net2 software and you add Cindy, BioConnect will automatically grab that user that was created in the access control software and automatically sync. This means you don't have to enroll the same user again on the biostar. It will just grab that user automatically. And then all you need to do is just enroll fingerprints on the BioConnect side, and BioConnect it will automatically have the card number that will be synced and match the fingerprint. So really the main big difference between BioConnect and biostar, you have all the devices connected to BioConnect. When you put the fingerprint down, the reader will go over to the control panel through the weekend, and the panel will match up with the same card credentials and will gain an access or deny the users. Biostar difference, you have to manage two different databases with the same credentials. Right, so that was just the basic introductions on BioConnect. Let's start from the system requirements. The system requirements are as follows. I found the minimum and recommended specification was slightly high for BioConnect. If you have, if you're going to add more than 50 devices, you should first contact us or and consult it before the actual installation. If you compare the system requirement with biostar 2, you see it's asking you for a higher specification. And this is just again basic system requirements for BioConnect. Yeah, simple user interface, yes, but interesting part here will be the Active Directory login, that they support the Active Directory login. Limitation, I'll say a limitation with the BioConnect is that they currently only support MS SQL for their database. So MySQL and Oracle is on the roadmap, but it is unsure when exactly they will support these two types of database. But I'm pretty sure in the near future they will be supporting other types of database. For now, only MS SQL. Now here is the installation process. Once you launch the setup.exe, we can set up. We'll have this setup assistance as shown in the screen. It will pop up. This will guide the customers and help to go through step by step without missing any configuration. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps, and you have a back and next. If you don't fill out everything, the next button is disabled until you have all the correct information entered. From the very first screen, they introduced what are the new features and what were the improvements. So in the latest version, so the users know the new features are what the new features were added to the latest one. As I mentioned earlier, they only support MS SQL. When you click the Express, you have two different setup that you can do, Express and Custom setup. When you click the Express setup, it will automatically install SQL Server 2008 R2 version. If you do already have other versions of MS SQL installed on the PC, you can simply click the custom setup here and enter your database connection details and create the database directly from the screen. Once you have created, you can test the connection and actually see whether it's working or not. And next step is to connect the access it will be the real integration between the access control software. You will get to select your access control system from a drop-down list and configure the required setting. This is an example of the screenshot for Pakistan, where you need to enter the server address, port number, and the login account for the Net2 software. And next screen is where you need to enter the Windows account credentials that you want to use to run the BioConnect services. This is required. It's because BioConnect is supporting Active Directory as default. You must make sure that you enter a Windows login credential with full admin privilege. Otherwise, the installation process may go fail. The final stage is to start integrating between the access control system and the BioConnect. When you hit the start button, it will automatically start the services and complete the first synchronization of all data from the access control side. If you do have any problem arise, the diagnostic checklist below here are the source of the issues, so the customers can track down what the problem is. But most likely you won't be really getting an error, but if you do encounter any error, you can read it and check where it went wrong. Okay, before we go into the software side, I'm going to show you the installation package for BioConnect. Here is when you first download the BioConnect installation packages, you'll see all these different folders. BioConnect, this is the actual setup for the BioConnect software. You may also install biostar. This is because BioConnect is using all the devices must be connected as a server mode. And there are some devices that don't have a screen. That means it's better to connect the reader using the biostar and set it up to be connected as server mode to the BioConnect. That's why the biostar is here. We also have if you don't want to install this whole biostar software, you can use the biostar config tool. If you use the biostar config, you can search for the device Suprema devices and actually make it to connection, change its connection, set its IP, and then connect it to BioConnect. Firmware for the devices. Documentation. If you go into the BioConnect integration documentation, you'll have an installation guide, you'll have the software configuration guide. If you read these two, basically the installation is pretty straightforward. And just biometric driver. So these are the packages that you get when you download the BioConnect. So let's go and install BioConnect here. Now it says that the setup requires at least this big size. I will agree to the license terms and conditions. Go install. You have two different. You can just install client or or you can install the server. Let's go into the server installation. Go to next. And now we are installing BioConnect, and it could take about a couple of minutes, so we can just wait. Right, it's taking some time. Alright, finally. So the BioConnect installation has been successfully finished. We will click the launch BioConnect, then it will directly guide us to a system setup, which is the real integration between the access control software side and to the BioConnect. You get this screen here, you'll have the welcome screen. Click next. As I explained before, This is the latest version 3.6.4, and it says what are the new features, what were the updates that were included in the latest version. You can just go through this next. And we have three different license setup here. If you purchase the license, BioConnect license from us, you can activate it online or you can activate it as offline. If you want to just try the BioConnect before you purchase the license, you can go into a trial version and just click the create trial license. As you see here, it's a trial version. The maximum number of devices you can connect with the trial version is just one, so you can add one device and play around it. There is no expire date, so you can just use the trial version only for the one device with unlimited time. Once we have done that, we'll just go click next. And then here it's where it's asking you to enter the Windows credentials. You can type your Windows login account if you don't want. You can also use this use local system, which is the default local system account. On the Windows side, I'll just click use local system and click OK. Then you go next. So here is where you can set up the database.